My name is Jean Delport. I'm the chef here at Restaurant Interlude. We're located at Lennoxley Gardens, and we're going to cook now our fire roasted scallop with beef fat and Nutbourne tomatoes, which is one of our local suppliers. Right, so when it comes to this time of year, one of our other favourite suppliers is our local tomatoes. Nutbourne, for us, using the local stuff, is just a gold mine. So we kind of really want to showcase these with our local scallops. Right, so we've taken a selection of our tomatoes from Nutbourne. I've just blanched them very quickly and then just taken off the skins. So we're going to take the first selection and we're going to cut that into petals. So the petals are essentially one of the main parts of the dish. And we're going to reserve all the middles, the pulp, the juice. Alright, so we've taken some of our in-house XO sauce that we make, and we've drained off the oil from the top, and I'm just going to marinate the tomatoes in some of that. Just marinated these tomatoes with the XO oil. We've done it under pressure so it pulls right through, but we really want to kind of keep that fresh tomato acidity, so we're not going to apply any heat to these. For the beefsteak tomatoes, just going to split them up as well. Right, so we're going to take these tomato petals. We've left them thick for a reason, so because we're going to confit them. So we're just going to dress them with oil, season them up, and then just finish with some garlic and thyme. And we're just going to cook in a low oven or dehydrator for about 12 hours. And just kind of maximize the flavor in them. And then there's just the batch that we've been leaving for about 12 hours overnight last night. Right, with this one, we're just going to break down into petals again. And then with these petals, I'm going to break it down into a brunoise. And then we're going to cook that down into tomato fondue. And in that fondue, we're going to cook it with our homemade XO. So this is our finished product of the fondue. We've cooked that with the XO, so it's pliable enough to spoon onto the plates, but we've cooked it for long enough that all the flavour extracts and goes into the tomato. Alright, so we're going to make our tomato dressing now. So we've taken all the offcuts and leftovers of the petals, and we've separated it. So I've got the tomato juice, the tomato pips, a bit of tomato pulp, and then a tomato barbecue that we make using the last of the bits. We're going to combine that all, and then I'm also going to add to that some of the little forage bits that we got now that's coming up on our lawns. So we've got some daisy flowers, daisy leaves, and clover. Just going to make the accompanying scallop sauce that goes with that. So we've taken all the scallop skirts, created a stock, and we've reduced that down. We're then also going to add to that our homemade scallop garum, our piso, and just finish it off with a bit of cream and bring it all together. Right, so we've taken the scallop emulsion, and we're just going to put that into the siphon gun, and we're just going to bomb that. It's really hot, so. Okay, so these are our hand-dyed scallops from Dorset, and we're just going to open these up. We're going to reserve this part of the shell just to serve the accompanying sauce with that. Then we'll do that table side. So we're going to take these scallops, we're going to baste them with a bit of our reduced trench wall beef fat that we've also aged for about 3 months in the fridge downstairs. And we're going to char that on old oak barrels. And then we're going to bring it back inside and just finish it off on a low little sous vide temp or a poaching temp of beef fat. Right, so this is the one of the base of the tomato rose. So this is plums from our next door neighbour. It's from our old wall garden, and what we've done is just made it more boshy. So we've just preserved that with some salt, and kind of kept that going. So we're just going to take some of these, and we're going to slice that up. So we're just going to char the skins. So we're just going to take the tomatoes that we prepped earlier. So we've got the fresh petals, the confit petals, and the marinated petals. And we're going to take some of the umeboshi that we've charred and sliced, and we're just going to roll it into a petite little rose. So that's everything together now, and we're just going to get that all together and plate up. Okay, so first up on the plate is our tomato and umeboshi rose. We're just going to dress that with the XO oil and then place that in the center. We're finishing the top of the rose with some foraged greens again. So we've got some puffed rice, just some wild wood sorrel, and some gorse flowers that are coming to the end of their season now. Alongside of that, we're going to take out the scallop out the beef fat. We're going to slice that in half, and then we're going to dress that alongside the rose. And then we're going to finish the top of the scallop with a tomato dressing that we made. On the side of that, we've got our scallop sauce. So we've got our tomato and XO fondue, which we're just going to place in the middle of the shell, and then finish that off with our scallop emulsion. And then we have our hand-diced scallop with Nutbourne tomatoes. And that's everything for today, guys. I hope you've enjoyed what we've created for you. If you've enjoyed this, please go and watch the full interview, which is now in your bottom right-hand corner.